Greetings, my
Hey sister, how you doing? Did you know that you're beautiful, beautiful? Hey sister, there ain't no choosing. Did you know that you're beautiful, beautiful?
greetings, salam alaikum, namaste, etesen, bawani, and the list goes on. My name is Greeeeeeetings and you are here on the Eyeame channel. Welcome. So today I have a very interesting topic, something that I'm really passionate about and I wanted to bring to the forefront. Today I'm wearing the national colour of the conscious people and I wanted to talk about my locks, the journey of them, how they came about and the significance to Eyeame. So it all started when I was a little girl. I had always had a desire for locks. I just thought they were so mystical and beautiful. I particularly remember going to a Black History Month event when I was 10 and I had just had my braces put on, and all of these people had, so you know, like the conscious community, the aesthetic can be very bold, so there was beautiful afros and colourful locks, and I knew from then I was 100% gonna get locks. I keep on making reference to getting locks, but it's more so transforming into locks. Now that Black History Month was a pivotal moment for me because I had seen naturalness in all its glory and it was being celebrated. I also want to note that my mum has locks. You can see her in this video here. My nan has locks, my auntie, my cousins, a second cousin. So I grew up, majority of the women around me had natural hair. As time went on, my second time going to Jamaica, I got my relaxer and I had this really like short red hair. But even before I got my relaxer, I knew that I wasn't going to be relaxing my hair for the whole of my life. And I have the last time I relaxed my hair, I was 18 years old and I will never forget. So my auntie owned a salon, used to relax my hair. So she relaxed my hair. Thank you, auntie. I'm out of the shop. I'm going back home. Why is there like a 2p piece of gloopy substance on my hair? So I remember thinking, I didn't ask auntie to put grease in my scalp. What's going on? Why didn't she rinse it? The more and more I'm playing with it, excuse me please, was it not my scalp? My scalp had been relaxed. That was it for me. I said, spirit wants bigger and better things for me. This is not my portion in life. I need to return back home. I need my hair to be natural. Anyway, so I got to university and I was staying at a portion of my time at uni. I was staying with my auntie, my cousins that have locks. And I was just so enamored by their hair. I was in awe of their hair and I was the only loose natural. Yes, it came to me that I should get locks and everyone was saying like, yeah Kaika, we'll go for it. So I started doing research and I started to realise, because initially I only thought that Rastafarians had locks, but then I found out Hindus have locks, Sikhs have locks. Locks are an indication of enlightenment, of relinquishing the physical realm to dive into deeper parts of self. It holds religious background, historical background. For the Caribbeans who migrated over here in like the 40s, 50s, their children who grew locks, it was even a political statement. So once I started to realise the depth of what locks held, I started to think, so you see when a sister starts to wear hijab, you can't, when you wear hijab, you are now an ambassador for Islam. You are a representative. People can easily identify you. And with that comes responsibility. So you can't wear hijab and then carry on anyhow. You have to conduct yourself a certain way. And that's the same way I look at people with locks. It is, you are an ambassador for a deeper and spiritual meaning. For me, maybe I should just add that. For me, my locks are not a hairstyle, they are a life decision that, might I add, I am very committed to, and I'm not committed to a lot of things. My life path number is 5, so I love off adventure, but my locks till the day I die. Going back to the idea that I had to conduct myself in a certain way, I knew that I wasn't ready for locks. I was young and I wasn't even 20 yet, and there was still so much in the world that I wanted to explore and learn and like play about in. So I thought, let me just get this out of my system first, and in a couple years time then I can get my locks. I'll be sensible and I'll be mature. And the years passed and I fully enjoyed braids, Senegalese twists, kinky twists, slicking my hair down in a low ponytail, a variety of like braids. I love them long. I'm gonna show you a picture. I love them long, and I loved fresh baby hairs. A couple of years ago, I was working from home for about 3 months during the summer, and my brother, as cheeky and as feisty as he is, he said, Kaiko, why don't you take all that hair off your head top and rock your own hair? One of the reasons I wanted to do that is because I hated having to go to the beauty shop to get hair. So let me just give you a background. When you go into the shop, they are Asian men who are, their customer service is not what it's supposed to be. They talk to you like you're riffraff, like you're any person. They don't see you as a person or a customer. They just see you as ka-ching ka-ching. So even when I started to go and buy my hair primarily from the Ghanaian auntie, the more and more I researched that the artificial hair, braiding hair, they dip it in a solution that's really not good for us. I would highly suggest you to go and look out for that as well. It was getting to the stage that I was too aware to continue doing the madness, to continue investing in an industry that won't even allow my own people to thrive and to soar. So challenge was accepted, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna wear my hair in head wraps, low ponytails, twist outs, and it will just flow and do its thing. My sister, in fact, I'm actually making this video in honor to her. Greetings, sis. I love you. She's my Loc sister. She came over and mentioned that she was going to get locks, and I was just thinking, wow. Well, I've not been wearing braids for a couple of months now. I feel confident. I feel okay in myself not wearing extensions, and I've always wanted to have locks. And I have this dream that when I'm a grandmother in the far future, that my locks will be so long and so strong and thick and wholesome. I was really excited at the idea, and that month, it was September, I learned about the ugly stage of locks. I learned about the 5 stages of locks, who should get locks and who shouldn't. Like, if you're someone that likes to flip and change your hairstyle, locks aren't probably for you. If you like instant beauty, maybe locks might not be a good idea for you either. They finally came. My mum did them for me, and she gave me shell, like freeform shell partings in honor to Mama Eyeame. We did it on a special day. We used crystals, we prayed. Because I had this vision on how I wanted my locks to be, I didn't want them slim at all. I actually wanted them thicker than this, but they're still manifesting. I've had my locks for over 18 months now. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of having locks. Okay, so one of the cons are that your locks literally attract and consume everything that is around it. This is my dressing gown, and you will also find lint, aqua teal lint in the back of my locks. So it's not a good habit, but sometimes I do have the tendency like to pick through it. You might even be able to see dust as well. That's another thing, like dust is inevitable. You are going to get dust in your locks. So the way that I combat that or eliminate that from happening is I wrap my hair. More time when I'm outside, especially when I'm at work, I just wrap my hair. My hair is in a hair. Here is one of my head wraps. It's a pretend silk, a pretend silk head wrap, and I just wrap my hair. Let me give you a demonstration. Although most of us do this every night anyway, since we're children. So and that's how and this is how I look majority of the time, because I don't want anything in my locks. As I said before, I am so dedicated to them, and I don't want them to be dusty, rusted, crusted and busted. No thank you. Another con, let me try and be, you know, balanced, because the pros are gonna well outweigh the cons. Another con is that they also catch aroma. Similarly to the things in the air, they also catch aroma. The way to combat that, again, I should be like a Loc advertiser. In the oil that I put in my hair, I put tea tree and peppermint oil. They're antimicrobial and they have a strong scent. So whilst I'm talking about hair products, predominantly I will use either vitamin E oil, olive oil or sweet almond. Majority of them have to be quite thin, because as I keep on mentioning, Locs just attract everything. Positive energy, arguments, food, anything that you throw in it, it absorbs it. So you have to be very particular. I can no longer use shea butter in my hair, although some people do. I don't know how, but some people do. And then I spray my hair with rose water to moisturize it. This is a new one that I got, but this one smells absolutely delicious. and that is it. I should use this more often, but I don't. Every now and again when I remember, I moisturize my scalp with castor oil, black Jamaican castor oil, and that's pretty much the process. So that actually leads very nicely on to the pros. Pros for me maintaining my locks, it's so easy. I can wash my locks within an hour, retwist my locks an hour max, oil it up. That's it. Another pro, I remember before I got my locks, this sister talking about how she was so much wiser and more intelligent and more deep, and I didn't really believe her at the time, but I'm only 18 months into the journey, but I can 100% agree. I have genuinely become wiser with my locks. It definitely isn't a placebo. I just feel more woman. I feel more wise, like more cultured, like I have access to Akashic records. I'm joking, but I feel more grounded. And even that, sometimes if I have a question or there's something I'm thinking about, I find myself going to play with my hair, and it's a subconscious thing, but I honestly think because my hair is an antennae and it tunes me into the atmospheres, the stratospheres and to spirit, that's where my answers are. It's an aid, it's a resource to help me with that. Another pro of having locks, it comes with a story actually. So years and years ago when we were children, my cousins were over and we were drawing. One of my cousins drew a melanated sister, but she had blue eyes and blonde hair. So looking back in hindsight, I internalized that as my young cousin was exposed to media that made her think that that aesthetic was the most beautiful version. The beauty standards of today are higher than they have ever been in history. So a young 10-year-old girl watching a 25-year-old woman, when she looks at that version of beauty, how is she supposed to be able to maintain it? How is she supposed to be able to have access to it? My locks and my hair allow for women that come after me to know that there's a different option and an easier option, let's just be honest. An easier option, which means that beauty is also accessible to them too. And that is why I wanted to bring it to Eyeame. Diversity is important. If you feel that mainstream beauty standards is something that you have access to and something that you can attain, by all means, continue. I wanted to showcase a different version, a different expression. So to me, that's why it relates to Eyeame. Being different, being okay to be different, being okay to stand out, being okay to be considered eclectic or unique or alternative. Let this be advice for any other younger sister who wants to start her journey. Here is my advice to you, sis. Start now. Go ahead, do it. And the reason I say that is because there were so many lessons and blessings that came with it. And also, I think about my mum. I'm always talking about my bloody mum, aren't I? Oh my God. But when my mum found out that she was pregnant with me, she stopped relaxing her hair straight up. She did not want the relaxer getting into her bloodstream and any possibility of impacting her child. And I feel like this is not a sacrifice, an investment, that's the word. This is an investment for my children. It is most likely that my children are going to have natural, coily, curly, kinky, spongy, cloudy, beautiful hair. And so I feel like it's essential that I represent a level of beauty that they can attain. And I hope that I'm doing that for the other younger sisters out there as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Share a comment. Let us talk. Bless up, take care, and Eyeame in everything.
Beautiful.